Hey fam, what's up, what's up, what's up? This is Robert Anton here, robertantonnyc, bringing you your no-frills commentary from a singer. Tonight I am talking about The Voice, the battle rounds. We have the third episode tonight, and I am going to bring it to you straight, no chaser, let me tell you. Alright, to get this thing kicked off, we started out with TeamAdam. He had Pip going up against Nathan Parrett. They were singing You Know I'm No Good by Amy Winehouse. Alanis Morissette worked with Pip, and Nathan's coach was Robin Thicke. So in the battle, Pip started out and had the crowd screaming, you know. It was just, you know, he's the odds-on favorite to win naturally, and just great vocal. Everybody turned around for him and all that. I felt a lot more emotion coming from Pip, but they were well matched as far as the vocals. Both sounded very good. You know, going from one to the other, I was lacking nothing. They both added their own little thing to it. But in the long run, Adam chose Pip, and he said because he's more versatile and capable of doing more as the show progresses. Next up, TeamCeelo, Erin Martin versus the Shields brothers. What? A soloist against a duet? Okay, a duo? Wait a minute. Okay, we've seen this before, right? They were singing What's Love Got to Do With It by Tina Turner. Babyface worked with the Shields brothers. He said when he first heard them singing and watched them, he thought the Wayne's World. You have to see the rest of the episode to see why. And Erin worked with Neo. So Erin started out, and in the coaching session, Neo said, you know, I have to believe you. You know, I don't believe what you're singing. And when she started singing, I didn't believe her either. I thought she was just saying the words going through the motions. I wrote, this all sounded really strange to me. When the guys came in with the change, you know, when she was singing her crazy whatever, you know, original vocal stylings, it was entertaining, but neither one of them sounded good to me. Yeah, and I wrote on Twitter, you know, they could both go home. But Ceelo chose Erin naturally and sent the boys home, sent them packing. Didn't the duo get sent home in the first round last time also? Let's see if next season the same thing happens. Maybe they should just stop having duos altogether. Next up, TeamXtina did Ashley De La Rosa against Jonathas, and they were singing No Air, Jordan Sparks, Chris Brown. And let me tell you, finally a battle where it's actually a song is actually a duet. Yeah, I thought that was just a novel idea. Jonathas got to work with Lionel Richie, and Jewel worked with Ashley. They sounded pretty good separately, but there were some bad notes when they tried to do their harmonies, and when they were like coming in on each other's parts, I was like, ooh, yeah, I was making all kind of faces, because to me it just did not sound good. I really liked their attempt at playfulness with each other, you know, and the kind of like staging kind of thing. They were being real playful with each other, and I liked that. I thought it was a cute duet. All three of the judges chose Ashley as the winner, and Xtina also chose Ashley as the winner. I think it was a very good choice. Next up, TeamBlake had Alyx go up against Jermaine Paul. They were singing Get Out of My Dreams, Get Into My Car by Billy Ocean. Yeah, really crazy song. And Blake said he wanted to see them have fun. You know, he wanted to see them because they were both powerhouse vocalists. They both could really bring it. And they were both very serious about their career. So he wanted to try to see them have some fun on stage. Miranda Lambert helped coach Alyx, and Jermaine worked with Kelly Clarkson. And Kelly Clarkson said a few things. She said she wished they had the battle rounds on the show that she did. She couldn't say the show's name, I guess. She also invited, she said, she told Jermaine, you know, well, if you lose, you know, you can always come sing back around for me. She offered him a job on the spot, you know. I thought that was really interesting and really entertaining. He was just like, you know, only if I, almost like they were like negotiating already. He was like, only if I get to open also, because, you know, I want to be here. So I was like, okay, there's no chance he's losing this battle. They were sounding good together, I thought. Jermaine was really working the crowd and trying to bring the fun. Alyx, to me, was looking quite serious. She hit the, like, they tried to get into it a little more the second half of the song. She tried to, like, bring it up a little more, but Jermaine had already, like, crushed the song, sounded good, working the crowd, was just commanding the stage. Alyx added some words at the end, I forget what they were, but Blake chose Jermaine. Jermaine just was really on top of the whole thing. I think Alyx did a good job. I think she had a good sound, but he just blew her away, really blew her out of the water. Next up, TeamAdam had Angel Taylor versus Katrina Parker, and they were singing Bleeding Love by Leona. Robin Thicke worked with Angel, and Alanis Morissette worked with Katrina. I immediately felt like Katrina had more star power than Angel. I guess it was in the way they dressed and the shoes. Now let me tell you, I talked about this in one of my videos called Dress It Up. The shoes. Women always, I mean, when they dress up, when they go out, they always have on heels. And even if they just have on like 2-inch pumps or something like that, they are dressed. Angel came out with flats. And the dress she had on was kind of cute, but immediately I was like, ooh. Immediately. You know, Katrina came out, she had on a nice ball-looking gown, you know, she had on some pumps, you know, I mean, like some heels. I mean, she looked like she was coming to perform. She was coming to win. And I think that it came across in their performance. Both sounded good. Katrina had more presence and projection for me, but Angel had a sweeter and more sensitive tone, a better sound. I just liked the way her voice sounded better. Now, also that being said, with the way they looked and the way they were dressed, Katrina had a lot more, like I said, she had presence. She was out. She was up here. She was presenting everything to the audience. When Angel sang, she was always down here. She was very much into herself and more introverted and introspective. That just did not work, especially, let's say, in the battle when one person is giving all this to the audience and the other person is down here, you know, looking all meek and humble. I mean, it just didn't work. Adam chose Katrina, and I mean, just for so many reasons, I see why. For the last battle of the night, TeamBlake had Gwen and Sebastian going up against Erin Willett. They were singing We Belong by Benatar. Okay, so Miranda Lambert coaches Gwen, and Erin gets help from Kelly Clarkson. And I like the sound of both their voices, okay, in the battle, and the way they sounded together. I mean, they really had a good rapport going on. Very different voices, very different styles. There was really a good difference between the verses and the choruses as far as the way the songs put together and the way they approached it. You know, the verses were very, you know, small and tender and beautiful, and then they brought it out, you know, brought some power to the chorus, and both of them stood up very well under that. It just seemed, for me, it seemed so short. It seemed like it was over before it started. I wanted to hear more, right? Okay, they both did a great job, but Blake chose Erin. Now, as I end this out, I want to say something made me very uncomfortable about this battle and this approach on this performance. Erin's father has cancer, and she went to tell Blake that, you know, her father only had 24 hours to live. That nurses told her that he only had 24 hours to live, and, you know, she wanted to make him proud and all this stuff. You know, and I understand that, you know, the producers wanted to bring, you know, as much drama and all of this as they could, but to me, it came off like Erin was playing on her father's illness to Blake in order to have him choose her over Gwen. It just rubbed me wrong, and I want to know what you guys thought. Did you feel like it was really the wrong amount of information at the wrong time? And as far as the battle, they were so equal and they were so both there. For me, do you think that that played a part in Blake choosing Erin over Gwen? Just let me know. I just felt very uncomfortable at that point when that was happening. I felt like it was the wrong time and wrong place for it, and it was the wrong person. Maybe she had gone to the producers and they taped the whole segment with her talking about it, but her going to her coach, who is the person who is going to have to decide between her and her competition, just seemed to rub me. It just left a bad taste in my mouth. Her dad did end up passing. Rest in peace. I'm so sorry to hear that. But that being said, I was just uncomfortable, and I want to know what you guys thought about it. This is Robert Anton bringing you the commentary, boom, from The Voice. I'm out of here. Peace.